And we're back for another B grade vlog. So it's been about 20 minutes since the outro of the last video.
Maybe 25?
25, yeah, we did a little bit of yarning. So if you haven't gone and had a look at that, please do. Go have a squiz. You'll see some paint go down on that roof over there. And now it's time to see what we can do with it.
Yeah, a little bit of body work.
Yeah.
It's only a tiny bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yep. We got a fair bit of sanding. We've got a couple of hours worth of sanding ahead of us. I reckon we're gonna bit of guide coat first, some sanding, and then sort of find out where our highs and our lows are. Bit of filler, and then another couple of coats of primer with reducer this time.
Yeah.
And a clean gun.
Yeah, probably maybe one coat. We've got to pull the boot lid off and get the last bottom bit of the window thing as well. So
yeah.
Just because the screen's getting glued back in, so there is a few rust spots. So that's really a priority, just to get that rust converted and just some primer on there, and then, but yeah, that'll probably be tomorrow. Tomorrow's job.
Yeah. But for tonight, we're going to get started because procrastination won't get this done. And we've procrastinated plenty enough on this build.
Yeah.
That's how we got here in the first place.
Yeah.
Needing to meet a deadline when it could have been done months ago.
Yeah.
As we showed you in the last one, we've got a fair bit of orange peely sort of stuff.
Yep.
There's some bugs that have dropped in.
Yeah, there's some bug carcasses in there. There's definitely some drier spots, but
yeah,
I mean
it's a couple of sort of.
These are drips. These are literally drips off the gun. So
yeah,
I think it's just because it was so thick, it wasn't really going too good.
That's it. So there's sort of some of the stuff that we've got to sort of knock down, and then you can see that's where police brutality kicked in on this car. Cops put a hole in your roof.
Yeah.
Clickbait. And and yeah, that one there, as well as a couple other little dents.
We'll probably find some other ones, but
yeah,
for an untouched roof, it's this old, so
yeah. So they're all the things we're going to look to remedy tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. I would have probably started a bit sooner and done it the other day, but we needed to wait for the shops to open back up. All that New Year's shenanigans.
Plus, it's not a bad idea to leave the epoxy a couple of days.
Yeah, you have to. I think minimum's like, they say 2 days.
Yeah.
So this got done, I think Monday night.
Yeah.
So it's now Friday night.
Yeah.
And I probably won't do the bog until the morning anyway, so then we can seal it back up. Because I hear that you really don't want to leave your filler too long because moisture and all that stuff. So I don't know. So much information, guys. It's hard to decipher.
And it's awesome the amount of information that we get from you guys.
Yeah.
Because we've learnt so much from our viewership. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, mate.
That's what it is. That is what it's all about. All right. Let's put some guide coat down.
Mm-hmm.
Got one little dent there.
Yeah.
Just look. One little dent. That's come up pretty smooth though, considering it was very peely before, and now that is smooth.
Smooth there. And then I'll peel it back up when I put the next layer on again, eh?
Lovely jubbly. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's nothing another 2 coats of epoxy won't fix. Oop, down the middle there.
Really?
Yep. Well, we decided that we'd done enough sanding for one night, ain't that right, Cobb?
Yeah, that's it, mate.
And the found that the 180 grit might be a little bit rough on the gear.
I don't know. I think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
Possibly. I think I needed something in between. I really should have researched this a bit harder. I think maybe I tried to get some 240, but they didn't have any. So, and I'm just going to shoot it and leave it off the gun, I reckon, and then Simon can do his bit.
Yeah.
And I think that should be fine. I think we're overthinking it a little bit.
I think so. Yeah. I think we're kind of, you know, when you go on forums and then people are like, "Oh, you didn't even measure to like 0.1 of a thou clearance. How reckless."
Yeah.
I think that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
And when really, what we're doing is probably far above and beyond what a lot of people would be doing.
Yeah, I just don't want to roll up to Simon's and him thinking,
No.
what dog shit have you brought me, you know what I mean? Because I kind of feel like he's doing me a bit of a solid. Because he's booked out, you know what I mean? So this is where the whole, why this hasn't been done forever, because I don't trust people. I don't want to take it to Joe Blow, and the people that are good are hell busy. So he's kind of squeezing me in. If he had the time, I'd get him to do the whole lot, but he doesn't. So
that's right.
Trying to do the riding.
But we did bust through to metal in a couple of spots, so we do have a couple of highs and a couple of lows, and it's not much, but you know. We think
that's if we were using the block ride as well.
That's right, yeah. This bit here is actually pretty good. You can see there was a little bit of bog through here when we were stripping it, and that's reflective here as well. A little bit of a low spot on the repair.
Which is exactly what I was chasing. So
yeah, it should be like maybe a 0.5 mil to 1 mil skim.
Yeah, now that it's got primer on it and we've sort of knocked it back off, there's not even, no way 0.5 mil in that.
No.
Not a chance.
We're going to keep sort of blocking this back a little bit just to get the last little bits. Our boy Rob's actually going to come around and maybe cast his eye over it, and he's actually a panel beater by trade as well. Hasn't been in the game for a long time, but still knows the fundamentals.
Yeah.
Pull this boot lid off, because we'll need to do that to do some little rust repairs and treatments down the bottom of the windscreen. Yeah, the bog's on, the treatment's done down here, we've sort of done everything we need to on top. Then what do you want to hit it with, 2 more coats?
Yeah, because we've basically knocked a lot of it down. You really want to do 2 to 3 like good coats.
Yeah.
Right now, by the time we've finished knocking these bits of peel out, which we didn't even probably need to do,
no,
you're back down to 1 or less anyway. So I think another 2 good wet coats with some reducer, hopefully it lays out a bit nicer. And then if all goes well, like that'll be it. We'll leave it off the gun, and then Simon can do his bit with the high feel and the blocking and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, we'll keep cracking on a bit. Don't mind the cat bell noises. It's just our 2 new pups just going at it non-stop. Got little rat dog. Little rat dog is a Chihuahua cross Shih Tzu. His name's Kobe. And when they come out from under there, then we got Missy, the Bull Mastiff cross Staffy. Couple of fresh units. Couple of shop dogs. Take a pause for the cause. Kobe, if you give it 3 more days, Missy's going to be twice your size.
Right now, I'm feeling over my head, if I'm being honest. And I hate that the whole world gets to know that, but it is what it is.
Showing a little bit of vulnerability there, Cobb.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? You can see it. You can see it.
Borderline.
Even as I'm blocking, I'm like thinking to myself, I don't think I've got the right equipment like I said, I probably should have had a lower grit sandpaper on a block. Like I'm trying to do it with those small pads, trying to knock it down, and then I've really only got the 180, so I'm just undergun, brother. But whatever.
The shit you got to put up with when you're on a deadline.
Yeah.
No more bog now.
I think it might need some, but I think I'm just gonna hit it with another 3 coats of epoxy, and that might fill some of it, and then yeah.
Simon,
I guess
Simon will get the finer points.
Yeah,
with his actual skills and
Yeah.
his knowledge in the field.
Yeah. Hopefully we haven't stitched him up too, or hopefully I haven't stitched him up too much.
I hope so too, because he's still got to finish my cut yet.
Yeah.
That's 3 more coats of primer down, horse.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Tom?
I feel better. I feel the best that I've felt all day now that I've sealed it up. Hopefully there's no dramas.
Bit of a monkey off the back.
Yeah, well.
Now we're going to let that
potentially
sit to do its thing.
Yeah, a couple of days you got to leave this stuff, 2 days
Yeah.
at least. So.
Tomorrow you're going to tackle the little bit that's down the bottom of the windscreen here that we haven't touched yet.
Yeah.
But my alarm for work's going to be just under 5 hours from now. So
Yeah. Sorry, man.
I'm sorry. I'm here off my own volition.
Another long day.
We'll cut back to this in just a moment.
The next morning, just had a quick look at the primer. Definitely still a lot more blocking to do. I think made a couple of stuff ups with the gun. The airline touching the panel and stuff like that. I've done that twice, so done it down here. That's pretty. I'll get the light on it. You can see it just there. So that's a bit annoying, but anyway, it's going to need more filler anyway. I noticed there's a low spot. There's low spots all over it, so I think I was kidding myself, just thinking I'd be able to just bog the hole repair around that close area, and the rest would be dead straight. What an idiot. But anyway, that's I might start sanding that later. I'll have a look at the TDS. I don't even know when you can start sanding that. I think it goes hard in 16 hours, but maybe I think in my mind I needed 2 days before I could put filler over it maybe, so I don't know. I might start blocking it. That's another thing. I don't really like the way I'm blocking it. It doesn't feel right. I don't know if I've got the right block. I think I need something with a tiny bit more flex in it maybe. I don't know. It doesn't feel good, but anyway, that's all I've got. I just need to get this bottom part of the windscreen recess sorted out, so you can see there's some little rust spots. I've got a little air powered belt sander, so I'll get in there and clean them right out. I wish I had done that on the other ones. I was rushing that fast and I wasn't thinking what I was doing, and I got the most I could out and then used that rust remover stuff, the liquid stuff. Not even sure if that's good enough, but get that bottom windscreen bit cleaned up, give it a quick little rust remover, and the primer is still here and it hasn't gone off yet. It's still got some viscosity in it, so I might even just put it on with a brush in that groove, because it's literally just in the groove there. So I might even do that, but otherwise I'll mix up a tiny little bit. I've wasted a lot of paint, you know, like with those big cups I got, you end up going through, I've wasted a lot of primer. I've wasted about a litre or a bit more so far, just not knowing how much I need. But if I can brush that on in that groove, it'd be less mess and less fuss. So let's get to it. So that's a close look at the little bits of rust that was there. I managed to get basically 99% of it out with the air sander and then the die grinder. Now I will do the rust remover process just on these little spots here, try and neutralize that, and then I think I'm just going to put a bit of primer, just sort of brush it on there kind of thing. I think, like, I'm not quite sure where Simon's going to want to mask off from, so, and it doesn't really matter because it's going to have to all get, when the whole car gets done, this whole lot's getting redone again. I'm pretty sure I've decided that's what I'm going to do. So I'll just spot prime these bits, and then I think that's about it. So this is what I've been using. I think I really should have got maybe a rust converter or something for any of the other bits of rust that you can sort of still see in there. I think this is more for surface, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments where I've gone wrong, because I'm going to have to do this again and I don't want to fuck it up a second time. So scuff it up a little bit, wipe it with a wet rag, and then maybe give it a blow dry. Wipe it over with a dry rag, after that. And then we'll put some primer on and call it done, because I have had enough of doing this shit for the weekend.
Ordeal, me old mate.
Bloody painting, mate.
She's on there now.
Yep.
Ready to go.
Yep.
So what you can't tell is it's actually been probably, I don't know, what, 2, maybe 3 days of no filming. There was no point filming it because it was the same process again, but we went through another whole round of sanding, bogging, and priming again, this time with a high field primer that Simon supplied us. So that's one less thing that he's going to have to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Bit nerve-wracking for you though, wasn't it?
I was just I'm over it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just over it. Like, I was just trying to handball it to him, but anything to make it a bit easier for him,
Yeah.
we'll just go. And it wasn't too bad in the end. give me some tips on some pressures and
just
stuff
nervous.
like that. I didn't do a fantastic job, but it's just a hassle.
I think it looks pretty good.
It's getting sanded. That's primo. It gets sanded, so you can kind of fuck it up a little bit. It doesn't matter.
I mean, you were kind of just nervous because of how it came out the first time with the epoxy, but this high fill came out a lot nicer. And like you said, you got some gun settings from Simon, and
it's been a learning experience. That's for
has
sure.
It what? So it's been a lot of late nights, as you would have seen if you follow us on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. You know, we've uploaded some stuff to the stories to show you that we are just thrashing our holes on this thing.
Yeah.
We're going to close this episode out. It now goes to Simon's. Hopefully in about 2 or 3 days we can get it back, and you know, we'll be able to film picking it up, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it's looking pretty good.
Look, anything's going to be an improvement. Just look at the rest. Look at the rest of the car. It is really, really rough. So honestly, anything is going to be good enough, honestly.
The main thing is that hole in the roof is sealed, and we've managed to not do a final job on the rust repairs, but we've stemmed the flow.
Yeah, I wish I had have just taken my time a little bit more. I could have sandblasted all the little black pits out, and I would have got it done to the point where I won't have to touch it again. But now I'm just going to tell Simon, basically just shoot it. It is what it is, and we'll revisit when I do the whole car, whenever I can be bothered. That's going to be a massive task.
That's it. If we can get a factory peel off the gun, like, call it good, and that way we can get it home, because obviously we've got more wiring to do. We've got to get a full interior back in this thing, and the date today is the 15th. So we've literally got like 2 weeks to get this ready. Or what's today? Today's Monday. So yeah, we've got just over 2 weeks, and this will be at scrutineering.
Yeah, so whether it passes scrutineering or not, I don't even know how that's going to work. Maybe they can just not give me a driver's band and we'll just have it parked. I don't know, but if we can get it to pass scrut, it'll be sweet. But
that would be sick.
But even if we do, I'm not going to be like lapping the shit out of it, because
it'll do a smooth cruise. You know,
we hope. I've done around the block once. That is it. That is all this car has ever done. So we got to nut and bolt it too. Like, I know for a fact there's suspension under there that's literally just finger tight, and you know, like there's.
And then we got to hope it's not going to be 40 degrees and this cooling system isn't going to cope.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to. That'll be a good thing. One testing ground, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not far to push it back to camp, so.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. If you want to give us some support, thumbs up, drop a comment, maybe share this with one of your friends. If you want to support us even further, you could head over to talkup.com.au and get yourself some merch. We'd love to see heaps of hats and shirts and hoodies. You probably won't need a hoodie at Motorvation, but hey, if you've got one, rock it.
Why not?
Yeah. What was a bit of heat stress between friends?
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Any of you, I know there's some people that really know what they're talking about with the paint stuff. If you can give me any tips, even though I've already done it and it's too late for next time, please, I do appreciate it quite a lot. Hit me up in the comments. I've already had a few comments on the last video of things, so like,
awesome.
it's good. It's good for someone like myself that I'm proficient at the welding stuff, but this is a new skill that I'm learning, so I'm definitely open to ears. So yeah, thanks for everyone jumping in the comments. Also, before we take off, I just want to thank my boy Jeff for helping me out. He's done a ripper job helping me out whenever I can. Also, my wife Zoe, she's helped out a lot as well. So Rosie, I'll give him a quick shout out for lending the trailer on such short notice. So thanks a lot, Matt. I do appreciate everyone chipping in, and there's more to go as we go as well with helping hands. So what goes around comes around, and yeah, just thanks everyone. So yeah,
it takes a village.
Absolutely.
That's it from us. Catch you around.